Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Dark Matter DEMAR DEROZAN. Now, I am a fan of DEMAR DEROZAN in real life. I think he's a cool dude, great player. Have enjoyed watching him throughout his career. Shout out to DEMAR. I feel like he's one of those guys who's going to go down in history after his career is over and be a bit underappreciated for how good he truly was at his peak, because he was legitimately one of the better players in the league and one of the best teams on a legit kind of titles contender for a long time in Toronto, and I think he's been great on the Bulls as well. DEMAR DEROZAN has a really good career. He was great on the Spurs even. Like, I think he's a guy who's going to go underrated in history, but this card sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. For a Dark Matter shooting guard at this point in the game, he is not an elite level card. Now, as a whole, compared to every shooting guard in my team, he's not a terrible card. He's very usable, but this card is definitely disappointing, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm also not going to lie. I'm very disappointed that I pulled him in from my lock-in. We're on my account. This is the card that I got. Very unfortunate. But with that being said, before we hop into, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Also, DEMAR DEROZAN is really, really good in real life. But wait, what the fuck am I saying? I can start over. Okay, anyway, sorry. 99 offense, 99 defense, 6'6" from USC, 98 driving layup, 97 close shot, 99 mid-range, 91 three ball, 98 driving dunk, 95 ball handle, 92 block, 90 interior. Really good perimeter defender as well. A great athlete, 95 lateral. Like, overall, really, really good. 40 hops, 35 gold badges. The card is complete as heck. And, I mean, you look at the card on paper and you go, absolutely elite. I mean, he doesn't have half movable enforcer, but he's got it on gold, and he's got everything else that is halfway important at all. Only two batters he doesn't have a box out beast and big driver, which you can add if you'd like. The thing that makes this card kind of suck in my mind is his animations, because on paper, stat and badge wise, the card's awesome. His behind the back is meh. Kobe escape is good, not great. And his release is definitely meh. I mean, this is not what I would consider an elite level release at this point in the year. It is not incredibly fast. He doesn't have the best behind the back in the world either. Like, his movement's it just isn't that good. His release isn't that good. Like, you look at this card and even his fade, it's not a changed fade. He still has his own, like, Pro 3 weird, not great fade. Like, this is just, his animations as a whole are just not what I would consider very good animations. And at this point in the year, he's not unusable by any means. The card will be very solid, and honestly, you might put up a good gameplay with him because he's super athletic, great stats and badges. He'll hit when he's open. He's got enough SIGs to get halfway open, and he's a super good athlete. I just don't think as a whole, when you compare him to the best of the best shooting guards in the game, that he's an elite level card. And that's why I say he kind of sucks. Not because he as a card himself is bad. He's just not elite at the level compared to all the other shooting guards that we got in my team at this point, especially the best of the best guys that are available, even the best non-gambling cards. So with that being said, let's hop into the game. Let's see what DEMAR DEROZAN can do. All right, hopping into this game. Let's see what DEMAR can do, man. We don't have the best team in the world against us. That is Galaxy Opal Jalen Green as his shooting guard. So generally, honestly, what I would consider a very, very favorable matchup, and hopefully we can take advantage of it. DeRozan off the screen, first possession of the game, and I think I was late on that. Yep, I tried to time his fade. It's just a slow fade. I tried to hold it down for a long time, knowing that it's a little bit of a slower fade animation, and I held it down too long. So, oh my goodness, speaking of hold it down too long, never mind. I'm sitting here expecting his release to be long. It's not quite as long as I thought it was. I'm going to be honest. So I don't think this dude is good at all at the game, by the way. No offense. I got to actually just start hooping, but I do not have okay. His release is definitely slow enough where it gets contested on a shot like that a lot of other people don't, I don't think. But it is what it is. Get the shot off there. Yo. He didn't get that one off either. He got slowed down on that one as well. I mean, those first two misses were on me, but those last two misses felt like they were more so on him just not being able to get the shot off. I don't know. Step up here, good defense. Like, I felt like I timed that last one right too. It was slowed down. I don't know. Step up, contest. He misses wide open. Speaking of missing wide open, our opponent's right back here doing the same thing. Catch, drag it back. Kobe escape, burst, stop, pop. He's not stepping up on defense. I don't know why I missed. Oh my Lord. Whew, I'm already ready to be done with this gameplay. Like, legitimately, this card is not a card I want to use. I like DEMAR DEROZAN in real life, but this card doesn't feel like he does anything. His movement isn't special at all. Defensively, he's just a guy. I'm sure he's a very good, fine defender, but so is every other shooting guard they've dropped in the last 2 months. And, like, I don't know. And his animations just aren't that good. That one was green. First, finally, green 3 of the game. Took us 2 minutes of wide open shots to finally hit one, but finally knocked that one down. Good shot. He shoots it from half court. All right, so this dude is not even playing the game seriously anymore, it looks like. Or that was an accident, one of the two. I really don't know what else to call it. Fade for me again. DEMAR, there we go. Okay, we found a rhythm. Knocked down a midi fade there. He actually stepped in to shoot the midi fade, but I will say the midi fade is about the most DEMAR DEROZAN shot there is, so I can't be too mad about it at the end of the day. Blitzed him perfectly. Good D. And he shoots a front fade 3 that he smokes horribly. This dude might be one of the worst players I've seen in a while. I'm not going to lie. Catch, shoot, DeMar. His animations are just pretty slow. Like, they're smooth enough and not hard to agree when you have space. You see it again, knocking down the slow fade 3. They're just not super fast. His release isn't unbelievably fast. His fade is certainly not unbelievably elite or anything along those lines. That slow fade animation was slow as well. But again, I don't know. If you can knock it down, you can knock it down. And at the end of the day, I do believe DeMar, he can make wide open shots. Like, he's not an unusable card. He's just not elite at this point in the year. There's so many good shooting guards in the game, even a lot of like freak shooting guards that are better than DeMar DeRozan because animations are so mediocre. And the game is very much ruled by animations. And I think honestly, his SIGs not being elite would be less of an issue if his release was better. But I mean, yes, he's going to cook this dude, but that's more so because this dude just doesn't know what he's doing. No offense. Versus most opponents, like, that's not going to be the case. Okay, I think this dude is legitimately just giving up. That shot was not an accident. The first one might have been an accident. That one was not. Escape again. At least he's still kind of playing defense. Gives us an opportunity to try to work out against some sort of defense. Now, is it good defense? No, but good move. DeMar knocks that one down as well. I mean, again, against a bad player, you can pretty much cook with most every card that's come out these days. I mean, I do gameplays with these pink diamonds and score 20 points in a game with these pink diamonds. Like, some of the bad cards sometimes. If you go up against a bad player, you can pretty much cook with anybody, especially at this point in the year, because every card pretty much is super competent. Like, every card except for Symbol R this weekend can shoot the 3-ball at a high level, can kind of dribble, can dunk the ball for the most part, and is a solid enough defender. Like, that's literally every card that came out this weekend except for Symbol R. And so it's not particularly special that DeMar DeRozan can hit wide open shots. Now, his stats and badges are elite, but his animations are not. And at the end of the day, that is the thing that holds this card back. This dude I'm playing against is just #1 trolling offensively and terrible defensively. So this game is obviously always going to be a blowout because this dude has no clue really what he's doing on either end of the court. And honestly, that's probably a good thing because if I was playing against a sweat right now, DeMar DeRozan would have 3 points max. Like, we might draw a foul going to the rim, so we might have 5. But in general, just it'd be a tough scene a little bit because I don't think he's quite got the shot creation or animation speed to really hoop against top tier elite defense at this point in the year. And I mean, I don't know. I think that's actually kind of fair to say. This DeMar is he's just mid, man. And that's a little disappointing because DeMar, up until like I think this year, had a pretty good release in MyTEAM. Had a really good release in MyTEAM actually. Has always been a very good card and a very fun card. This year, that's just unfortunately not the case because the animations are just really poo-poo garbage. It is what it is though. Dikembe Mutombo gets freaking boards, bro. He's got 6 rebounds. I'm not even like trying to manually rebound with him or anything. He is just getting boards like crazy. You love to see it. Catch, shoot wide. What are you doing, bro? I'm so confused. This dude just played one of the weirdest games I've ever seen, but I'm done playing it. So 24.7 to 13, 6 to 10 from 3. Not sure if I'm playing against a 4-year-old, but this dude has level 40 somehow and yet has no idea what he's doing. Regardless, DeMar absolutely cooked, yes, but against an opponent where obviously literally any card in the game pretty much cooks. So I'm not that high on this DeMar DeRozan card at the end of the day, and I don't think he's that elite of a shooting guard in the game. He's fine. He's okay. If you're a DeMar fan, definitely usable, but he's not an elite level shooting guard in my team. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.